Well, the SEC now saying it is assessing the situation and reviewing activities in light of the wild swings we've seen in the market from the retail trade over the last few days. Let's bring in Alexis Keenan, who is tracking that part of the story for us. Alexis, we've got a statement from the SEC, but I think the larger question right now is what's the next step in terms of regulation?
Still a huge question, Akiko. Now, legal experts that I've been talking to in this field say there should be no surprise if the SEC does pursue some sort of regulatory or legal action against the buyers who bought stock to drive up the price and squeeze those short sellers. That's because the language of the securities laws is really vague and it gives regulators very wide latitude to form a case, basically. So under Section 10B of the securities laws, aside from some very specific activities, you have two types of actions that are really illegal. One is securities fraud, and two is manipulation. Now, fraud doesn't really fit this case here, so regulators are probably going to be stuck with that manipulation prong. And the agency does like to prosecute these high-profile cases, and especially those that appear to be undermining the market. But the problem for the SEC, if it's the one to go after, and it would likely be the body that goes after these buyers here, if the buyers engage in manipulation, or if that's what's alleged, there's no clear definition at all in the statutes to say what exactly that is. This is all based on case law, so it's all on a case-by-case basis. Now, in the past, regulators have had some success when they've shown that buyers have agreed in concert collectively to trade only to move the stock price and not based on market fundamentals. But for these GameStop buyers, the argument's really tough because manipulation, it involves deception. And for those participants who were buying and possibly participating in those chat boards on Reddit or otherwise, they were taking those actions really out in the open. They weren't deceiving anybody. It's been widely reported in the news. We've been talking about it all day. And so it starts to become more and more difficult, aside from that very beginning stage, to say, hey, they were manipulating the market. This strange behavior that we're seeing is just so widely known at this point that the potential buyers that were buying in this market probably knew what was going on. So they know that the price is askew. For its part, as you said, the SEC issued a statement yesterday. They said they're monitoring the ongoing volatility, and they said that they're working with their fellow regulators, to assess the situation and review the activities of regulated entities, financial intermediaries, as well as other market participants. Akiko?